So this is how I grew my channel from 262 followers to 25,000 plus. Okay, I was about to make the same mistake I always make, which is not put my volume up and then be upset about it later. So I'm gonna avoid that today. Welcome back, my loves, to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Maria Fade, the Maria Fade on all social media platforms. And today I am doing another bi-weekly check-in and sitting down with you to talk about some of the growth and some of the strategies that I've implemented on my channel that has actually caused me to have a little bit of growth. So let's get into that. But first, I'm gonna get a cup of water. I'm gonna sit down at a desk so that I have a little bit of a perfect good lighting rather than like all this like adjustment stuff. So yeah, let's do that. Oh boy, it's giving very, turn off the light. That natural light is so much better, so much better. Okay, so I am gonna be doing this in one of two locations. Oh my God, it's blinking. It's blinking. Okay, so this is how I grew my channel from 262 followers to 25,000 plus, and that's kind of happened in the past like week and a half now. But I'm gonna be telling you what steps I really implemented and going through my analytics and, you know, rationale and the challenge that we're all in together, so that we can talk about what has worked and what hasn't and what you can implement based off me trying it out pretty much. So I am gonna do my best. I am gonna do my best to speak up as loudly as I can while my files transfer and I can go back to my other camera. But while you're here, let's talk. If you've been watching this series so far, in the past 6 weeks, I had a little bit of a challenge that I set out for myself. The challenge was to grow my YouTube and eventually quit my job. That's literally the main challenge. But incrementally, just being smart about the way that I do that aspect or like achieve that goal would be to have a side income, some kind of money coming in from YouTube that I feel was solid enough to even feel comfortable enough to quit. So whether it's YouTube, whether it's brand deals, whether it's whatever comes from creating this content in the first place that would eventually generate some kind of other income other than my 9 to 5 or 9 to 6, whatever comes from that, that's the goal, right? Create some kind of income that over time I can wean off and say, well, I'm comfortable enough to quit my job. And that's the challenge that I set out to create. That's the challenge that we're going to be doing together. So I'm sure if you're watching this, it's probably why you're here. The goal was to create a side income by Q4. Before Q4 is what I really said, but before Q4 or by Q4 of 2022. 2 streams of income would be great. Shorts fund or partner program fund, but either one would do. And that's what we're going for. I'm actually going to be doing like a little share screen with you so that I can dive into my analytics and you can see the growth and what I felt really was what picked up for me. And if you've been watching a lot of my videos, I talked about the 3 strategies, which is shorts, behind the scenes content so that the audience really gets to know you, and then how you do what you do. So whatever it is that you do and you are showing in your shorts, how do you do it? The analytics, the breakdown of that. And that's this video right here. This is my how-to, my analytics, my content strategy. I am doing the exact same thing. So the last time I did a check-in, I mentioned that I had 262 followers, and I was like, I gained 88 followers in 1 month. I was in like 2-3 weeks, whatever that time period at that time. And I was so excited. And don't get me wrong, I'm still excited. That was literally like 2.5 weeks ago when I mentioned that I gained 88 followers. But now, if you go on my channel, you can see that I've gained quite a bit more than that. Now that I'm talking to you, I've gained 24,000 followers on top of that. And that's been, again, in the past week and a half. That's why I think, you know, this is what I talked about in the last video, which is the snowball effect, and just keep going. It's like banking your work, because as you keep going, you have like portfolio for people to go back through. Like an architecture mindset, we always have a portfolio of our work. But the idea is like you build your portfolio. Eventually, when one hits, people have so much of your content to go back and fall to. It's not just that one video. It's not just that one-time hit. You're not a one-hit wonder, as people say. You have stuff that people can go to and reference over and over again. With the new algorithm change and the fact that Shorts is kind of here to stay and it's doing really well for YouTube in general, the concept of the algorithm is that as people follow you from your Shorts content, they now get recommendations for your long-form content. Really, on their For You page, you know, the newly added videos, yours will show up not just on their Shorts shelf, but any long form video that you might have as well. Because they liked your video before, because they interacted with your video, you will now pop up more and more on their feed, and not just on the Shorts feed, but on their overall feed. So that's something to think about going forward. But again, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna dive into all the analytics and we're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna switch back to my other camera so we can have that conversation and continue that one, because I don't want to use all the space on my phone. That's the point of the camera. But on that note, I just want to say thank you to all of my new followers, old and new. I appreciate you all being here. Whether it was 262 or 24,000, it still means a lot to me. I am grateful to have you all appreciating my work and just like commenting and all this stuff. Thank you all for joining me. I can't think of anything better. I appreciate you all. So let's get back to the video. All right, this is like my little makeshift. Our AC is not working. So I am trying to create content because, like, you know, content life, but like I am hot. If you see me glistening, it's sweat, but I will call it glisten because ladies glisten, okay? But this is what I'm going through just to get this damn content. Only I broke out in like a sweat. Okay. All right, so let's just get into it. So what have I learned? A few things. I was using the TikTok strategies, which I knew worked, which I knew is why we even have Shorts in the first place, because TikTok did so well. All the other apps, Reels, Shorts, whether it's Reels on Facebook, Reels on Instagram, everyone is trying to copy it. Pinterest even. Everyone has implemented this idea of short form content, a minute or less. And knowing that TikTok is what they're copying, and I knew that I already created a lot of TikTok content, I knew that I could repurpose that content for my YouTube. As you can see, the strategy of repurposing my TikToks to my YouTube, or whatever video I was gonna post on TikTok anyway, using it on YouTube, using it on my other social media platform, has worked. And I am not new to this game. I'm just true to this game. That's why I said keep going, right? But I have so much content from my TikTok because that is my main platform. I've been posting there consistently almost every day, if not every day, multiple videos at times for the past 2.5 years at this point. I have probably over 1,000 videos on my TikTok. So I know I have content there. So I took the same content that I was either gonna post there or as an old content there that I think would be beneficial on this channel, and I've repurposed it. And has it worked? Absolutely. It has absolutely worked. And as you can see on my dashboard here, we're gonna go to my channel analytics, because I was recording this and I said I had 24,000 followers when I started this video. It is now at 25,000 followers. So you're like seeing this in real life right now. So originally I was like, oh, I'm not getting a lot of like engagement the way like I wanted on my videos. That, looking back, is because I just wasn't reaching the wide enough audience that was willing to make comments, that was willing to do that. A lot of people see good videos and they like and they go and they move it along. They don't stay, and like sometimes they don't comment because they don't know what to say. They don't want to be the first one, whatever it may be. There are people who do it, but not a lot of people do it. So when you can get like a really viral video like this one that kind of took off, this short video for me, I had this Shorts video that as of right now has 4,912,944 views. Yeah. So it's almost at 5 million views. And from that one video alone, as you can tell, my subscribers, 21,500 subscribers came from this one video. And it's still going, like it's still, as you can see from the trajectory right here, it says it's been up for 9 days now. And it really picked up 5 days ago. On day 4 is when the traction, it was at 103,000 views 5 days ago, and we're now at almost 5 million views. Oh God, I'm sweaty. Okay. All right, so let me go on High-Low Lux's account. There is this amazing Black content creator that I follow, High-Low Lux. I mentioned her in my other video, but she implemented this strategy as well, and she did it really well. Oof, my computer is like making all this funny sound, whatever. As you can see, High-Low Lux implemented the idea of shorts and long-form content. She started out with long-form content. Her long-form content was already doing well, but the shorts really has been like a new audience. It's also something that I've been doing, which is just taking the same content that I was gonna post on my Instagram, TikTok, all the other platforms I was gonna post, and just put it everywhere. See which one hits, right? Because we're just trying to play like, this is like my entry into all of the algorithms. Like, this is my entry to the algorithm. Another entry, another entry, another entry. Hopefully, one of those entries hit. And in this case, this one video of mine, all of it hit. Actually, my Instagram didn't hit that much. I really didn't get that much views on my Instagram. Like with everywhere else. Everywhere else, I got hundreds of thousands of views, or a million with YouTube. I got like 6,000 or 7,000 views on my Instagram. Maybe in the future it'll hit. Maybe it's just a delayed like gratification thing. I really don't care anyway. The whole point was just to put it out. But as you can see with High-Low Lux, she has a lot of long form content, lots of vlogs, which I'll touch on later as to the behind the scenes stuff, because that ties in with what we're talking about, the behind the scenes content. So we have a lot of vlogs, then you have a lot of shorts, you have how-to styles and tutorial videos, which are in her niche, in her fashion base. So looking like literally whichever content creators you really like and you watch their channels a lot, why do you watch their channel? There's something there that got you to watch it, and it's probably either their content is really great, their content strategy is probably even better, but the result of what you're seeing is actually the work of their strategy behind the scenes. So you have to kind of then go back and reverse engineer the strategy that caused them to have their growth. So High-Low Lux has 163,000 followers on YouTube. She has tons of short form content, tons of long form content, and she's been in the YouTube game for about 2.5 or 3 years, if not even 4 at this point. So just in general, what Shorts is doing is that it's creating like a mix of demographics, because a lot of people love the short form content because that's just the era of the attention that we have right now. Short form content is really taking the world by storm, and it is here to stay. Like, there's no doubt about it. People are like, oh, well, it's here to stay. We love it. If you're watching short form content, you love it. That's why you keep watching it. Same with me. But Shorts is pretty much hitting the younger demographics, and it's allowing you to have, like I said, evergreen content with future algorithm and future changes with search engines and things of that nature. In fact, research shows right now that people would rather go on TikTok to go find how to do something than go on Google, because they can get a 30-second, 60-second video, even 3-minute video on what they really want, and actual opinions of other people in the comments who actually said, yes, no, yes, it's good, no, it's not. So you get real life information from just one creator. So by creating these short form content, it's not like it's just going to waste. It's going on a shelf because yes, it's popular right now, but when it becomes another form or the standardized form of content in the future, you have something on the shelf waiting for other people to go to. And that's what you want. You want evergreen content, stuff that lasts a long time. So in 5 or 10 years, someone can still go to your channel and find something they like. It's not like a 1-2 cycle of popularity. No, we're here to stay for a long time. So this is High-Low Lux's page. Got a couple of reels, you know, it's like 1, 2, 3 reels. Then we have a full-length video. 1, 2 reels. Then we have 2 full-length videos, or 3 full-length videos. 1 reel, 1 full-length video. So I don't know if she has like an actual consistent strategy. Maybe she just posts as she feels. I don't know. I'm not in her creative team. That's not for me to say. But based off what I see, I can tell she posts 1 or 2 short form content, then 1 to 2 long form content right after it. So, and it's a very smart strategy, because once the video, the short form content hits a big audience and they get the suggestions of her videos on their For You page or their home page, she comes up when the new long form video is posted. And more than likely, if you already saw short form one, you're gonna probably go check the long form one out, right? I'm gonna move you with me The light here is really not hitting for me, so I think I'm gonna move this to like my bedroom area. But first, let me turn off the light here. I'm in the dark, it's okay. The light will adjust. The camera is actually really good. I keep looking at myself because I'm like, ah. So if you see me looking, I'm looking at myself pretty much. Is it a little bit conceited? Maybe. But really, no, I just want to know if my lighting is good, or else I'm gonna spend a lot of time editing, post edit, and it's best to just have good content going in and I don't have to edit that much. Hold on. Okay. Let me aesthetify this place, okay? Make it a little bit more aesthetics. Is that more aesthetic? Is that more aesthetic for you guys? Okay, I think it's a little bit more aesthetics. Okay, so I'm gonna try to put my whole self in this camera. I don't know if it's possible, but I'll try. All right, so we have High Low Lux's page. We can actually even, in case you haven't noticed, at the top, it says join this channel, because you actually could get some access to bi-weekly chats, to girl chats, brand building chats, things of that nature. Pretty much a happy hour for content creators who want to know what it's like being a full-time content creator. And again, this is another stream of income because she already has an audience base that trusts what she has to say in the first place. So these are future things to think about. Let the wheels turn, let them turn, okay? We all have to change at one point or the other. But most of the people who come on here, at least a lot of people who still come on YouTube, still like long form content. So there is still a place for long form content on YouTube. And really, right, the YouTube partner program is set up for long form content. People who already have an audience that they can monetize through AdSense, because that's how Google makes money, and therefore that's how you make money, because they make their money. So now with this new creator fund and the shorts fund, it's two streams of income, but we do know that the YouTube partner program is the more like solid one, the one that's been around for years now, that you know that it's a guaranteed metric. You have your 4,000 watch hours, which we're gonna talk about mine very shortly. I've already got the 1,000 subscribers at this point. I am good to go. But that 4,000 watch hours, that one I'm struggling with. But I guess that might happen, because if you watch my last video, I talk about how the YouTube partner program does not take into consideration the YouTube shorts views. Because if at this point, if there was a YouTube shorts views, I would have blown it out of the water, and so would lots of creators, but they don't count that aspect. So as you can guess by now, my SD card ran out of space. I changed, transferred, did all the fun stuff just for it to still be done. But it's okay, that's why I have a phone. I posted a few shorts. Shorts has been my main content strategy. I do have some long form content, but I'm cycling. Long form content with how-tos, long form content with behind the scenes, and then obviously short form content most of the time. Even if you have a few amount of people who are following you right now, you need to go and look at who is following you and what do they like to see, because more than likely the people who are following you are like you. And I know we all love to have this idea that we're the most unique thing in the world, but that is a fallacy that causes us to separate ourselves from others, and this idea of individualistic mindset, which is great that you are your own person. We are all unique, but at the same time, a lot of our experiences are similar. We all a lot of people want to quit their jobs and do their passion. A lot of people want to create content on the internet. So what do? I feel that niche. I feel that idea of what people need. Or, you know, people are doing fashion, or when I do fashion for work, for example, yeah, I still go to work. So of course, people who go to work still need to know what to dress like, so they watch the videos. But you have to look at your audience to see who is following you in the first place, because that will guide and lead some of the content that you create. Now, that's something to keep in mind. So let's go into my analytics. How are people finding my shorts? Obviously from the shorts feed, which is cool. But I do know that when they get stuff from the shorts feed, you might not get AdSense, like with some people who are getting AdSense because it's coming from their channel pages or from YouTube searches. But a lot of people who found my content within this time period found it from my shorts page. My top shorts, of course, is to get into free clothes, heavy prints. That one, if you haven't seen it, go check that video out. It's great. I love it myself. Go check it out. And then a lot of my Pinterest posts are past, which again are on my TikTok, are here. So we see that I posted a video on the 29th, things worth buying at the thrift store. It did well. I mean, for a video at that time, and day one, it hit 4,000 views at that time, attention time. And that's my long form video. And at this time, I kind of dropped off with my long form video. You can see that I posted once every 2 weeks. That's okay. I knew shorts was going to be my main strategy content, so that's what I focused on. So let's look at the audience, because I mentioned audience is very important. It's very important. So my audience, who are my audience? So the gender of my audience is mostly female. 92.5% of my audience is female. I expected that. I expected my audience to look like me. That's why I'm saying your audience is more than likely gonna look like you. And most of them are within the ages of 18 to 34. So if you add up this percentage here, we have 44% and 25%. And with a little bit of leftover points and percentages. And so what is that? 69. So that's 69% of my audience is within 18 to 34 years old. Most of them are located in, where's my top demographic? US, UK, India, Canada, and Germany. Those are my top 5 locations that my audience goes to. Makes sense. Again, wherever you're from, more than likely you're posting at the times in your country, and it will go towards the people in the area, because more than likely you're talking about things that relates to people around you. You have to when you look at your audience and your analytics, you have to kind of break down why. Why is it those people? Why do I get that percentage? Why is it women? Why is it females on my account? Why is it from the United States? I'm a female. I'm from the United States. More than likely people who watch me relate to the things that I'm talking about in the place that I am. You have to add the point. So it's very on par with YouTube. 80% of adults use YouTube. Now, my audience is mostly 18 to 34-year-olds, as we talked about. And most of 18 to 34-year-olds, at least people that I know in my age group, use Reels, Shorts, any type of short form content. So again, we're going back to that Shorts idea, right? And we are also in this very interesting age. It's the age of parasocial relationships. And what does parasocial relationship mean? A parasocial relationship, it just means that people feel like they are part of your life. That's why you see a lot of vlogs. Remember when we talked about Hilo Lux? Well, she has a lot of vlogs on her channel, a lot of come with me, get ready with me, this, that, and with me. So you feel like you are there with the creator, you are their friend. And that has allowed a lot of people to have this parasocial relationship where they feel like the creator is a friend. Because they feel like they relate to the creator. They feel like the creator knows them and they get along with them. That's why they even probably follow the creator in the first place. People nowadays want their content creators, their influencers to be someone they can be friends with, to be someone they can relate. So that's why you notice a lot of those behind the scenes content. And that's why I mentioned behind the scenes content, analytical content, because they are more sit down content. They're not the formal, I'm gonna show you a guide on how to get something done. It's the, let me talk about why I did this. And we can just have a conversation because that's what we're having. Even right now. Peep Hilo Lux's page, because that's exactly what she does on her channel. About 50% of all social media users use YouTube. That is a huge number. So at least half of the people who use social media are on YouTube, or at least use it for one thing or the other. I'm gonna move this a little bit more because I want the lighting to hit me well. I feel like the lighting was not hitting that well, so I really want the lighting to hit well. Okay, so short and long form content, you just want to tell a good story. And most people tell a good story by writing a script. I actually have my script off to the side right now. It's kind of like a little guideline, touch points that I'm going to go over, and then I kind of freestyle it a little bit as I go, but I know what I'm talking about. If you look at some of my older videos, I had no script. The story was all over the place. It was all a mess. I watched it and I'm like, what was I trying to say? And then trying to edit was a mission, because it was like, I started this train of thought here, I finished it at the end, it's in between. It was a mess. Have a good story. Hook people within the first 10 seconds. Learned a little trick recently that I've also been using, which is telling 2 stories at once, which is kind of like where I took you on this journey right now with me, and I went to get a bottle of water. I sat down over there, my battery was going off and my thing, yes, they're all true things happening, but rather than editing all those things out and making it a perfect little story, tell the storyline of the day you were having. Tell the truth of your day. That is really what creates that storyline. Because in life, it's not just one thing that's happening. There's like so many things interwoven in our fabric of our lives. Tell at least more than one thing that's happening. It's not just me sitting here telling you a story. It's me sitting here telling you a story. My battery, my SD card being full, transferring the files, getting water, then moving to the bedroom, then my light going out. It's a story. Tell it. But people want to see the truth, the honesty behind what you're doing. They can relate more to that. Remember we talked about parasocial relationships? That's where this comes in. I'm like, where do I go from here? I more than likely will be invited to the Shorts Fund. I'm hoping to be invited to the Shorts Fund. If I'm not invited to the Shorts Fund, I don't know what I'm gonna do actually. I'll be fine. But seeing that I only have Shorts Fund hopes, the next best way to secure and guarantee that income that we're talking about is by making sure my watch hours go up. I keep posting my shorts and I think it will kind of trickle over, because I've seen a lot of people say, oh, I've been binging your videos and your content since I saw your viral video. Overflow, right? So we'll let the overflow go to the other one, and hopefully that helps us out. I'm gonna wrap this up. It has been so fun in this hot house. I gotta take like a crazy amount of shower at this point. But so I'm gonna go get my dinner ready. I'm gonna get ready for the week because it is a Sunday night after all. I'm gonna transfer all these files onto my computer so that I can get those edits ready. Don't forget to comment and let me know how many edits you actually got done in this 2 weeks period. I'm gonna be doing 2. I hope you do 2 as well. But until next time, bye my loves.